Grade 8 Mathematics. Part 1.
Okay, so welcome to NC Education webinars, and today we're going to be having a maths webinar. So I guess you have read the poster from my staters or anyone who shared this poster. And note that this webinar is being recorded and uploaded on YouTube. So this is my lesson plan. First, we're going to cover the introduction. What is a ratio, equivalent ratio, simplifying ratio. Then we're going to represent a ratio as a fraction, and we're going to divide a given ratio, and we're going to see the division of profit. So let me take the textbook. Can you see the screen? Okay, so lesson number 16, ratios. So what is actually a ratio? So I will write some examples for ratios. 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 7. These are known as ratios. So if you can tell me a few features that you can see in ratios. Now here in this whiteboard, you can type if you like. So let me type one ratio, 4 to 5. Now, any one of you two can tell me what are the features you see in this example. You can give the answers by annotating or circling, whatever. Okay, one thing you can see here is this symbol that is known as the colon. We call that as the colon. So the colon explains the numerical relationship between the two terms of this ratio. And another feature you can see here is you can see two terms. And if I write another ratio, which will be 6 to 7 to 8. So in this ratio, you can see three terms. You can see three terms. Can you see one term? No, you cannot see one term. You can only see two or more terms. So now you know what is a ratio. You have seen a ratio, and we have discussed two features of a ratio. Now we are going to discuss another feature of ratios. Okay, I will give an example like this. Sarah drank 50 milliliters of milk and Tara drank 60 milliliters of milk. Now, if I tell you to show this in a ratio, how will you indicate this as a ratio? Wanara, can you say me the ratio of this word problem?
50 milliliters to 60 milliliters.
Okay, now she is telling 50 milliliters to 60 milliliters. Now, if we indicate it as a ratio, it will be something like this. This is her answer, 50 milliliters to 60 milliliters. But there's a rule in ratio that we cannot indicate the unit. We cannot indicate the unit. And why is that? Because we have to write the terms of the ratio in the same unit. We cannot put different units. So that's why we write it 50 to 60. And we can simplify by cutting off the zeros as 5 to 6. Okay, so we cannot write the unit. But if I change the questioning to like this. Sarah drank 1 liter of milk and Tara drank 500 milliliters of milk. Now, how do you write the ratio? You cannot write like this now. How do you write the ratio? Viara, you can answer.
We have to convert liters into milliliters.
Yes, we have to convert liters into milliliters. Why? Because we have to indicate ratios in the same unit. Okay, we have to indicate ratios in the same unit. So if we say Sarah to Tara, then Sarah drank 1 liter and Tara drank 500 milliliters. So now here, when converting, now yes, Viara said we have to convert liters into milliliters. We have to choose the smallest unit. We have to choose the smallest unit. Then we are going to convert the bigger unit into that smaller unit. Now we know the concept of converting liters into milliliters. 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. And then when we write the ratio, we already know that Tara drank 500 milliliters. So we are going to keep 500. And then when 1 liter is converted into milliliters, answer is 1000 milliliters. So actually, the ratio is 1000 to 500, but it can be further simplified. But simplification will be learned a little while later. So did you understand what is actually a ratio? If you understood what is actually a ratio, please send me a thumbs up, please. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to learn another thing. So can you see the blackboard? Okay. So in this blackboard, I will do the rest of the explanation. So next we are going to learn about equivalent ratios. So I hope you know about equivalent ratios because we learned it from grade 6, then we learned it in grade 7. We know actually what is equivalent ratio. But I will do a small explanation. So equivalent ratio. What do you think about equivalent ratio? So normally when learning ratios, we can match ratios with day-to-day instances. So I'm going to use the day-to-day instance to explain you what is actually equivalent ratio. For example, you are going to make a fruit salad. You're going to make a fruit salad with some banana and some grapes. So the ratio of banana to grapes One minute, please. I hope you cannot hear the background noise. If you can hear the background noise, don't mind it. So the ratio from bananas to grapes is 3 to 2. So as you can see in the picture, the ratio between bananas to grapes is 3 to 2. Now you made this fruit salad to support your family. You made this your family. Maybe you have a small family, your father, then your mother, and then only you. This is your family, just for an example. So for your family, this fruit salad is enough. Now the following day, what happens is your neighbors are going to come to your home. Then will this fruit salad be enough? No. So you need to make thrice this fruit salad to support those neighbors as well. So your mother says, she tells your name and then says to make thrice the amount of fruit salad you make. Now, you are in great distress. You don't know how to do that, but you know a trick. That is, you can use equivalent ratio. So simply, you can multiply both these terms by 3. And then you're getting the answer 9 to 6. Now you can build a big fruit salad. So you can take a big bowl and then take 9 bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you can take 6 grapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then you have a big fruit salad to support your neighbors as well. So did you understand about equivalent ratios? Okay, I hope you understood. Now, what am I going to do is something like this. I'm going to give you three ratios to be converted into equivalent ratios. So there are 2 participants in this webinar right now. Do you have like any rough paper? If you have any rough paper near you, please send a thumbs up. Or else you can use, okay, both of you have rough papers. So I will be sending 3 ratios to the chat box. Copy them onto your rough paper and make 1 equivalent ratio each. Only 1 minute time will be given. You can start the work when I set the time. Can you guys see the screen? Please send a thumbs up. Okay. So I hope you can see the countdown. Let me set the time. So now I hope you received the 3 ratios in the chat box, and I hope you wrote them down. Please write them down quickly, and your time starts now. Within 1 minute, you have to finish the given work. Okay. Did you both complete your work? Please send a thumbs up. Okay, VR is done. Wanara, did you complete the work?
No, I couldn't complete. I actually sent in the chat whether you could repeat the process.
Okay. Okay. Right, 1 minute. I will share the screen. So actually, Wanara, this is the process. So whatever ratio that is given to you, for example, 2 to 3, you can multiply both terms by any number you like. For example, if you want to multiply this by 4, you can. 2 times 4 is 8. Then 3 times 4 is 12. So this 8 to 12 is an equivalent ratio for 2 to 3. Now, did you understand the process?
Yeah, I understood. Thank you.
Can you quickly complete the work, then I can discuss the answers?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And while you're doing, listen to the next concept. After that concept, I will discuss the answers, and then we have a big quiz. You had to complete that quiz within 1 minute. Okay?
Okay, my work is done.
Okay, then we can discuss, right? So, Wanara, tell me the first question I gave.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay. So 4 to 5. Viara, what's your answer?
I multiplied by 2 and my answer is 8 to 10.
You multiplied by 2, and then answer should be 8 to 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then Viara, tell me the next question, please.
3 to 2.
3 to 2. Wanara, the answer?
I got 9 to 6.
9 to 6. That means you multiplied both by 3.
Yeah.
9 to 6. Yes, correct. That's an equivalent ratio. Wanara, next question.
9 to 7.
9 to 7. Then you have to multiply both by something. Viara, the answer?
I multiplied it by 4 and my answer is 36 to 20.
4, 3 is 36 to 28. Yeah, correct.
Excuse me?
Wanara, what is your answer?
I got 27 to 21.
That means you multiplied both by 3. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Then, did I ask the answer to this from Viara? No, right? Viara, what's the answer you got for this?
I got the same answer.
Okay, so I hope you both understood what is actually equivalent ratio. Now we're going to the next section that is also very easy. That is known as simplified form. Okay, for example, you get a ratio like this. 49 to 56. You got a ratio like this, okay? This can be in any unit, okay? Perhaps this is the amount of orange juice and water in a certain juice, okay? For example, if you take a Sunquick drink, the amount of Sunquick and water. So the amount of Sunquick is 49 milliliters and the amount of water is 56 milliliters. Then you have a problem, that is, you don't know the exact amount. You can't define the amount because these are in big amounts. Okay, we'll make it more complicated by making it 49,000 to 56,000. So this is the ratio that I'm going to give you. So like I said, you are going to make a certain Sunquick drink. And the amount of Sunquick to water is 49,000 to 56,000. But now you're in a great distress. You don't know the exact amount. So what are you going to do is you're going to simplify this ratio. So the easiest method when you have zeros at the end is to cut the zeros. First, I'm going to cut these zeros. Okay. Now we have a smaller amount. So actually, we need to find a certain whole number that is both divisible by 49 and 56. So now I guess the answer is 7. So if we divide both of these by 7, what are the answers? 7 times 7 is 49. Then 56 divided by 7 is 8. So the ratio is 7 to 8, right? So this is how we get the simplified form of a certain ratio. Okay? Did you understand what simplified form means? Please send a thumbs up. Viara, do you understand? Okay. Now comes the time for the quiz. But before that, I want to ask you whether you know how to take, for example, something like this. If I say bananas to apples, the ratio is 5 to 6. Okay. If there were 30 apples, 30 apples, how many fruits are there in total? Can you answer this question? If you know the answer, you can raise your hand. Okay, I didn't get a hand. I guess you both don't know the answer, so I'll explain. So they are asking that there were 30 apples. So this is the ratio. Okay, but the ratio is not actually the actual amount. So if there were 30 apples, okay, there are 30 apples in a certain fruit basket. There are 30 apples. So the ratio is 5 to 6. If there were 30 apples, how many fruits are there in total? So the number of parts of apples is 6. But there are 30 apples. So we see that if 6 is multiplied by 5, the answer we gain is 30. So if we multiply 5 by 5, answer is 25. So we can say that there were 25 bananas. But now that is not the question. They are asking the total. So how do we get the total? First, we find the total number of parts. That is, we add the number of terms. 5 plus 6. And then what is the answer we get? We get 11. So the total number of parts in the fruit basket is 11. So now, using the same method we got to obtain the actual number of fruits, we are going to multiply 11 by 5. So actually, how many fruits are there in the basket? 55 fruits. We can get it in this method. Also, we can
add 35, right?
Sorry.
We can add 30 and 25.
Yes, we can add 30 and 25. That's another method. That is method 2. We can add 30 and 25. Same answer is coming. 55. So this is a certain part in ratios which we learned in last year. So did you understand this one? If so, please send a thumbs up. Okay. Now comes the time of the quiz, okay? Now listen to the instructions properly. In the quiz, you're going to get 5 questions. I can remember there were 5 questions. You should answer them within 1 minute. And so, when you get the answers, they will automatically mark your answers and they will give you a score and a grade. I need a screenshot. I will add Wanara to the group. I think Viara is already in the group. Send a screenshot of your score and grade. They will give a separate screen. They will give a certificate also. I don't need the certificate. You can keep the certificate. All I need is the score and the grade. Okay, so I will send the link of the quiz. Okay, please. Okay, I sent the link. Please access the link and then you can get the quiz. I will add Wanara to the group. Until that, Wanara, you can do the quiz. If you can access the link, please send a thumbs up. Oh, and this meeting is less than 1 minute. If this ends, please join again. After that, you can start the quiz.